Hey, Daniel. Well, hello, everybody. Good evening, or later good evening. I guess we're all pretty much good evening. I'm I'm Line Mark Mansell. I'm on the what I call normal time, Pacific time, and we have people from all over the country. Let's see, we got Devo from Canada. Let's see. I know where that Debbie Mansell lives. We're going to try something a little different tonight. We're going to let you unmute yourself. We have a smaller group, but we have confidence that you'll have the ability to mute and unmute yourself. So we have just a couple minutes. Why don't you either say out loud or put in the chat? Let's see, there's Judith from Central Iowa. And let's see, Jody's in Minneapolis. Where's everybody at?
Speak if you
I
want
know,
to
I
speak.
know Hyatt's in Delaware. Is Daniel back in Delaware?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony's from New Hampshire, not just New Hampshire, northern New Hampshire. We have some in our multiple this week. We have North Idaho in our multiple, and when they say North Idaho and you say Northern Idaho, they get offended. I don't know. It's like a whole different country. So let's see. Paula's from Pocatello. Debbie's from Ocean Park, and Gary is from Columbus, Ohio. Barb is from Illinois, and let's see, John Michael is from Eureka, California. That's in North California, I believe.
Wairika, not Eureka.
Eureka, excuse me. That's like I get it wrong all that, but that's still Northern California, right?
Yes, it is. So
Hey.
close you could sneeze at Oregon.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started and turn this over to an amazing lion. I met Lion Hyatt a couple of years ago at the forum. And as soon as you get a chance to, if you don't know Hyatt, as soon as you get the chance to hear her, your energy level, your enthusiasm goes up because she brings it. And we spent how many days were we in India together in February? Like 11 or whatever.
11.
And every day we gave each other what they call a power pose to get ourselves
The
going.
Superman.
Yeah, and Hyatt she will light up a room and brighten your day. So she's going to take us through a conversation about connecting with community. And it was interesting because we were back in Delaware a couple weeks ago, and just blown away by enthusiasm and the connections in the community. So you were all in for a real treat. So I'm going to be monitoring the chat. If you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll start with that. But Hyatt, why don't you go ahead and share a little enthusiasm with it, but tell us your experience about connecting with community and how that impacts Lions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, Jody, and the whole virtual team for inviting me, because this is something that I'm very passionate about. So wherever you are, I just offer you a greeting of peace, and thank you for making time and joining us this evening. And like you said, my name is Hayat. The way I introduce myself is it means life, and I'm full of it. So I am my name, and I bring in, this is something that my personality, who I am, is how I function. This is something we're going to talk about in terms of how you introduce yourself. How do you bring? So that's what people, the first moment they see you is, what are you bringing? So hopefully we'll have a conversation and we get to learn from each other. So before we start, if any of you have done this with me, for anything to happen, it's so important that we start with place of possibility. When you're like, have your palm open with me. I appreciate it, all of you. Open palm out. So any negative feelings, whatever bad day you have, whatever it is, I want you to just place it in your hand. feeling, whatever it's you're upset at your spouse or it's your club member that's annoying you, whatever it is, you pour it in, you recognize it exists and blow it away. Because you cannot function, that angst, that negative things that you have, it does not give you possibility to create. As a lion, as who you are, is what first thing you want to do is, am I in a space to create? Because what we're talking about, sustaining and growing. This is just not as lionism, but as a person. What do we have? So you want to start in a pace of, it is possible. What do I have that I can bring? And be in that space. So that's going to be what we're talking about. So if we can have the slide up, Jody, we can start it. All right. So welcome to the rest of your life. Every day is like that. When I ask people, I teach classes from kindergarten to high school. I go teach adjudicated kids. And I tell people ask me, how are you? And I say, I am great. And I ask them, like, ask me why I'm great. It's because I make it so. Right? So your life, how you view it is how you are, is because of what you create. So in terms of creating a community, this is a picture of our most successful event that we had. So we are the Bellefonte Lions. We have 146 members currently and growing. We have charter 3 clubs and more to come maybe. So reason why we're successful. So this picture shows the diversity of our club. This event was called the Do-Goodathon. This is Lion Michael. It was his 4th year. It's called The Party. He had 30 organizations with a table who had service project. So our lions, 41 lions showed up to help set up, to help run the show. And it was 5 or 6 hours. And we were like, yeah. So we felt like, wow, we engaged, we did something right. Because 48 guys from 18 years old, from a Leo, actually all Leos to a lion, 41 lions showed up and had a successful event and helped make another community event successful. And that's what we're going to talk about today, about yourself as a lion and the community and how we can make it grow. Next slide. All right, so if it is to be, it's up to me. And Adele, you got the song. We're going to be playing the song throughout. We're going to be start with the song, but we haven't done it. But this is so important. Anything you want to get done in life, in your own life or in your club, you are the one who's going to make it happen. So don't worry about the title you have. You as a lion can get things done. Not get people hold you up like, oh, I am not good at this, or I'm going to wait for the other person to do it, or have that negative sense of like, I don't know, they don't like me doing this, all this stuff that's holding you back. No. That's what I'm talking about, possibility. If you want to get things done, there is a way. Recognize obstacle exists. We all got them. But if you have an idea, there's a way to get it done. So I want you to be, again, in a place of possibility. Approach it. So if anything gets done, it's up to you. So we're going to make it happen. So you get to choose how you're going to make it happen. Next slide.
Hayat, would you like me to share the song right now?
Sure. I love the song. This is just so cool. So
how I'm
we have a
sharing
moment to dance to this.
Coming right up.
Because one of the things is the joy as a lion. I really want you to connect with it. So find your joy of what it means. And this.
Members gather around the room, hearts are bright and full of bloom. Joyful laughter fills the air. Lions Club, we're always there. Projects, plans, and dreams to share. Hands together, show we care. Energy that never ends. With our lions, every friend. If it is to be, it's up to me. Smiling faces.
Difference every day. In our hearts a burning fire. Loving actions our desire. Lions Club, we can't be beat. Hand in hand, we'll reach the heights. In our circle, pure delight. Beings full of pure delight, brightly shining, oh so right. Every moment, smiles we find. Lions Club, love intertwined. If it
Somebody
is
should do a
to be,
screenshot here.
it's up to me.
All the faces.
Smiling faces, endlessly. In the Lions Club we see togetherness, the way to be.
All right, you got it, Bumpin'? How we feeling, everybody? I want to hear some
If
roar
it
on the
is
chat.
to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. Smiling faces, endlessly, endlessly. In the Lions Club we see togetherness, togetherness, the way to be. Community, we light the way, make a difference every day. In our hearts a burning fire, loving actions our desire. Unity, we light the way, make a difference every day. In our hearts a burning fire, loving actions our desire. If it is to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. Smiling faces, endlessly, endlessly. In the Lions Club we see togetherness, togetherness. The way to be, the way to be, the way to be, the way to be.
Togetherness is the way to be, and really starts with joy and how you feel about as a lion. So when can we finish the song? You want to hear this song? Alrighty. So why did I become a lion? The reason I was a lion because somebody asked me to. Why did I stay a lion is the international mission that I hope everybody gets familiar with. Now, the part about, partners to improve health, well-being, strengthening communities, support those in need through humanitarian services, grants that impact lives globally, encourage peace and international understanding. If as a lion, we embody that, we can solve the world's problem. So if you are about supporting the global, so you're with people who don't think like you, speak like you, worship like you, or live like you, right? And same way, if you want to promote, encourage peace and internationality, you have to be in the world of being okay with however others are, even if they're not different from you. So that is so crucially important. As a lion, what are our values, right? There's our values of how we are and how we promote ourselves, how we're out there. If we're a lion and we have views that are negatively impact, that's us. Me, my faith goes with me wherever I go, and I say I wear the lion skin the same way. Wherever I am, I'm always a lion because I believe in all these values. I'm at my job, I'm connecting, I'm talking to people. I'm a lion because why? Lion stands for encouraging peace, international understanding. That's what I'm about. I'm about global impact, not only locally, but outside. So that is important. So I really want you all, wherever you are, really connect. Why are you a lion? And are you happy as a lion? How are you feeling? So it's important to find that passion of what makes you a lion. So that's because you can only connect with your community and with your pride, your members, if you're connected with what your lion is about. And the other thing is, are you listening? Are you listening to yourself? What's going on with you? Are you listening to your members? And are you listening to the community? So if you want to grow as a lion, your membership, or, get people to know what lion is about. It's the best kept secret. Like, why are we keeping it to ourselves? We're sharing it. To do that, are you listening to what people need? You don't want to give somebody a birthday, a chocolate cake when they love vanilla, right? That does not make sense. So you got to listen to everybody. So next slide. All right, I found this picture from some lions. I Googled joyous lion picture. So it's really important when you take picture, what kind of pictures are you taking? This look like they're having fun, they're together, they look like they're doing service. So think about your community and the pictures you take. How are you taking them? Are you having fun while you're doing it? Are you upset what Susie said to you about it? She's like, oh, that darn Susie. And your face is crunched up when you're taking a picture. So like, are you letting somebody get to you with that negative energy? So really, it's important, again, connect with yourself, find the joy. That's how you can connect with your community. So again, it's all about so I want you to be fired up. So you fired up, say roar in the chat. We want to be fired up to say, yes, I'm a lion. That's going to we're going to take on the world, solve our community, right? So that's what we're about. Yes, roar. Next slide. Thank you, Jody, who's helping me with running the slide. All right, so it's all about understanding the needs. So this is my hat, the job of my hat as a prevention coordinator. So it all talks about what is, all right, I love the chat. So really it's important assessing what your community needs. So I have lots of pictures to share and what at Bellefonte Lions, what we did in terms of that. So assessing what is out there in your community. How many of you attend community events? Put it in the chat. Do you just look and say, let me just go attend as a lion? There is I don't know, art festival going on. Let me check it out. There is ice cream. There is a parade going on. Let me just check it out as a lion. What is going on? There is different things that are happening in town. There are parent conferences that they have events at school. Let me go check it out. How many of you do attend and look to see maybe what's out there to see? Again, that is all listening, doing project that meets the needs of a community. If you're doing the whole thing, again, pancake breakfast, collecting our glass, they all have value, but it's not enough if you want to sustain and grow membership. Engaging your community through service. Again, instead of before you ask anybody to join you, again, first you got to be a joyous lion when you introduce yourself with joy lighting up. Practice in a mirror if you're not showing joy. So smile, whatever it takes. So when you invite, you got to have the joy. If you don't have the joy, find it before you ask anybody, please. Because again, you're introducing people. If you're the first person who's introducing them to the lion, it got to be introduced to them the right way, right? So, and you're engaging them through service project. So if you're inviting somebody, ask them to be not during a boring meeting, which we all have them, there's some business, but when it's exciting, come check it out. Right? But first check their own service and then you can invite them to fun things that you guys are doing. And consistent outreach plan. So I really want you to go. If you haven't done so, get a calendar of events. Your town has them. I really want you to check out so you can go attend those. That's really important. Next slide. So from here on, I'm going to be pictures and I'm going to be telling you a story of what our club does. All right. Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not seeing the slides. Is everybody else seeing the slides?
I am. You're the only one who doesn't see them.
Apparently, I'm the only one. Is everyone else seeing the slides? Put a thumbs up.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm the only one on the outside. I'll figure it out.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening in your corner, Mark. All right. So our club, I was a president of my club during pandemic. And most of our meeting was on Zoom. So this one was a way of life. But I'll tell you, our club were the most engaged. We did not stop, it did not hold us back. Well, we figured out, all right, what can we do? Remember line, so one of the things, so we were always constantly engaged, doing what to do. But the first picture you see, that's Lion Scott Michael, right in the middle. He was president on this era. One thing that happened in our community is we had a flood. So that's what's the name of it? But we had a flood. So, first thing, because we are active serving the community, we got a grant, 10,000. We got it in 2 days. We went door to door, delivered this. And not only that, one of the first thing we did was actually went partner up with our other Lions Club and churches. And we went out actually help out a house that was all flooded. So we gutted the house, and it was like some lions were like so excited to do that. Got Leos and lions. And so again, we collected all supplies. We bought one lion, went and bought it. We all got together, put them together. We did so many boxes and deliver them personally. So that's disengaged the community that put our name. Even one video, Lion Daniel made a video with one of our lion group, and it got a lot of not only views, but we used that promo video to promote it and get more lions out of it. Again, that's being out there in your community and saying, ooh, there's a problem here. How can we fix it? It's us lion with our yellow vest. But not only that, because of this Lions event, we got a governor's award for the whole district. We applied and was recognized. Again, that's recognition of, okay, these are lions. Like, who are lions? Made people curious, right? Again, going out. That's the bottom picture you see is we do one of the things that we serve as a community as a Balfon Lions, even before we were lions, we were out in the community. We have a community that has a lot of crime and violence, and these kids do not have a lot of place. So we made our community center for a place for them. And another thing is for trick-or-treating, for them to be safe, we set up tables and we're out there, we're giving candy. So again, we're saying here, the community, we care about you. We're making time for you to be out there giving you trick-or-treats. Again, that's visibility. Oh, it's not the district governor. That's the governor of the state of Delaware award. You're right. It is the state of, thank you for correction. Yes, the whole state of Delaware award. Correct. Next. Again, all this picture I want to show you. Again, so again, is what I want you to do is different way of serving and meeting the needs of the community. On the top, the chess, again, one of the things that we did with the youth was, all right, they need a place to be engaged and being productive, right? These are young lions. So most of the picture you see here are now Leos. We've known them since 12 years old, and most of them in the picture are in their 20s. They're Leo lions. But we had a moment when we started this 10 years ago, engaging them, right? A strategy of just chess, giving them something to empower, something different to do. And then we're keeping them, get them engaged and involved. Again, that was a community. They didn't have a place to be at a community center. They found a place to be. So go out there and attending. Another event in the back, you see, we have a group. So I belong to actually was an organization who are a Muslim organization who are doing stuff. And we wanted to do hygiene. And then we involved other lions to come in and said, this is what lions do. And everybody had fun. So we all got together, we collected hygiene, and we made a kit. And I remember one of the Leo lions saying how he was touched. He was about 10 years old, was 12 years old. Now he's 20 something, has a job. He was like, wow, like the power of people who look different and think different, just coming together in peace, doing something. For him, that was not something he was used to. Again, it was out of his community, out of his comfort zone, but that was something that was important to him. Yes, so what's cool to do? Another small, I don't know if you see it, so another community member. Again, we always go out in the community, serve with them before we ever ask them to join us. We have one community member named Big T is what I call him, this tall guy, heart of gold. He does coat giveaway and sneakers giveaway. There's going to be one coming up in Christmas, and that's all he does. And it's all for people out of his small barber shop. He goes outside, collects all coats, and puts it in his basement. December 24, he gives the coats away to people who are unhoused, and that's that. And our club just committed to give him. So we're giving him at that. I recently gave him one bag of coats and 3 bags of shoes. But again, and this is something that we have told him that we will support him, and he relies on us and that support. And again, we bring in youth to do this event to see, right? When you know people who don't have a lot, who live in the street, come out and wear clothes on a jacket to see on their face that their first warm clothes, it changes you. And you're doing something, again, that meets the need of the community. So that's a very exciting thing that one of my favorite events is doing, the coat giveaway. Next. Again, any question you have, and Mark, if there's any specific question, please stop me. So another event, I know 9/11 is a service day. So one of the things our club, that's the top, when you have our club, you see us sitting down on the paper. So we try to make service day 9/11, doing something. So simple things that we do is we make cards for veterans and make cards for seniors living in a facility. So we made it that day. So we're sitting down. It was only like 5, 6 of us. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a lot of people doing project. We're like, this would be nice for them to have, right? This is veterans we're interested in. That's what we're doing it that day. So we made cards, we wrote notes, and then we included a hug rug. I wish I had one next to me. One of our members from we have our members are global. I have my sisters from Ethiopia. We have members from Nashville. So she makes, that's all her service to us is. She makes a little square, and it's a recycling because she used recyclable yarns. So she just used yarn scraps, right? And she makes a little square out of them. Yes, we will. So we will, so she makes them. So we included that. Any service we do, and we attach a little buff online, and we'll say, you matter, we care, whatever message we attach to it, and we put it in. So again, that's like here, we make our mark in it. We got to branding is so important. You got to brand yourself. Whatever club you're at, people got to associate you with your branding, right? Buff Online, we care about you. We're right there. And the more you're out there, people know. So we hand this stuff when we're doing any coat giveaway, scarf, whatever it is, that's something we do. Another picture you see with a lot of little bicycle. These are the youth. One of the really early Buff Online's project was a bicycle club. Again, we met, there's youth who have nothing to do, needed something to do. I love the whole concept of that. We got together where people already in the community who are outreach in the community. We got their buy-in saying, hi, you're doing an awesome job. Can we join you? They're out in the front. All they do is they want to connect with you. So the whole bicycle club, the concept of it is the youth do service activity. They earn their bicycle with how many service they got. Then they get a bicycle that's donated to them, right? And then like, wow, I got my bicycle. And then they go travel, bike around. I don't know how to ride a bike. So that would have not been something I would have done. So, but that's awesome. Imagine the kid, you do an activity, boom, you have a bike now. Then you have to take care of the bike. There's so many skills that you can teach them, you earn, then you involve in them in something that's fun. Another thing our really clubs does is, and you see in the bottom, is cleanups. So really something doesn't take a lot of time, but you're out there in the community. We do 3 to 4 cleanups, and if not more, in our community. So you're out there, you're wearing your YOLO vest, right? And there are some people that are garbage, you know, it is what it is. And some people say, like, why are you cleaning up? It's going to be, but it matters now, right? Because I care. It is the way it is because you say it is. The idea is you're always doing something because, again, if it's to be, it's up to me. I get to clean up today. It's okay if it goes back. But the more you do it and more others see you, actions can be contagious. And that's what we're showing. We're out there. It's okay. We'll clean up this community. We'll do it again every year. The idea is we're out there and we're doing it because there is a need. This community that we're cleaning up in the trash, they do not have trash service. It's the way it is because they have slum lords that they have to pay for their trash can. Maybe there's so many other factors. So instead of saying like, oh, they love to live in dirty, that's why they are. Right? You're out there. It's like, why is that the reason? And next step says, how can we help you clean it up? And we are known in that community for doing that. Next slide.
Hiya.
Yes.
Before you go to the next slide here,
Yes.
Jody asked a really good question.
Yes, please.
How does your club find so many unique projects? And when you've got so many projects going on, how do you rally the troops to get them done? So talk about how you get the projects and then how you make them reality.
So again, if it's to be, somebody has this idea. So our club, some clubs are based on like they're the vision club. They're known for the pancake. They have this one vision. Our club is not like that. We have a group of leaders who like to do things. And then we say one person has one idea, right? So and how do we make it is, okay, this person has a project to do. Let's use, I don't know if I use the picture is the police, okay, let's do the trash. So what we have it. And it happens every year, a certain amount. And we'll say, this is activity you do. We do not ask of the club what they don't want to do. It's only what you're passionate about. First, at the beginning of the year, when we meet, we write down like, what is your passion? That's actually one of the things we wanted to change. We've made a new, when you accept application is ask them what their passion is. Like, what do you like? And we say there's this hunger project. We do a lot of hunger project. We do the giveaways of coats and hands. So we have that. So, and getting out there to people, this we're doing, who wants to do that? Right? But it's still a challenge because we have 146 members. So engaging, not everybody's engaged at the same time, right? So it really, we're not hang up on, we need 20, 30 people to make it happen. We are doers. Our club is, we have a project, we make it done. I'm telling you, last year, this woman, we're learning as we go too. She wanted a Christmas party that she hosts for people in the community in the need. She buys gifts for them and she has dinner. And 2 weeks before, she told us, I don't have anybody to cook. She had all these gifts she needed. And we rallied and we made it happen. We said, we need people to cook. We made the call, we got the food. We need people to come in. We make the call and we get it done. But each year we're learning, okay, if you want to learn a project, you need these steps that you need to do. But it helps that when you have people who are lots of doers and doing it. Again, that's what it is. We know it needs to get done, so we get it done. It
So
may
with
take
100
two people.
with
What?
With 146 members, you said a couple times when there's a need, basically you make the call. How
Yes.
do you communicate with each other? With it seemed like there's so many people doing different things in there.
Yes.
They've got families, they've got their activities, their work. How do you communicate with each other to keep them engaged?
So, I mean, that's still a challenge. And so I won't tell you that it's easy, but we do phone calls is one of the best way, texting and phone calls. Emails really does not work. I don't even read even it's challenged. I mean, I tell people, if you want to get hold of me, text me. In 2 days, if you email me, it's in 2 days, maybe I'll get back to you. So really texting. So that's one of the members, like when you talk about sustaining members is talking to them and calling and having a relationship with members. So all the people that I have in my phone, I do not have. That's actually, as a membership chair, that is my goal for the year, is really calling everybody and asking them, what are the needs? How do they want to be connected to the Lions? So for me, is calling them and calling them when they're not there, saying, how are you doing? When somebody has a surgery, are you doing okay? Just having that check, because it matters to them. That little things that you do makes a difference. So when I'm doing the asking, because I'm connected with them, they show up, right? And so that's what it takes. So it's all about the relationship you build is really important. And as a you and lion, how you are to people. If you're a miserable lion and you're asking me to come, maybe I may not show up. But if you are that lion who shows up, who's there for you, you will show up. So phone calls, I tell you, is the best way. Right now for our club, we're moving with WhatsApp because we've seen very challenges of doing email, and texting is really, it's taxing doing all that. So 146 members. So we're saying, ahead with it. You want to be in the know? This is WhatsApp. We're posting it, and then you get in the know.
Thank you.
All right, next slide. And please stop me as you go if I'm moving too fast or anything. So another thing in the community that I want you to look for is partnership. Who can you partner that you can highlight? Whenever I post, always in partnership with, right? Anything you do in partnership is beautiful. So the first one with, with a lot of people, with Bellevue Community. So that one is a food pantry that we do in partnership with our representative in our community. A lot of politicians shows up. She's the one who sets it up from Food Bank of Delaware. we make Lions show up, and it's a beautiful event. About 100 cars come in this event. So as they come in, we give them information about, that's why this is when I do my hat as my job and a hat as a lion. So like I show up at 8 o'clock, I do that. So I have my 6 hours and my lion hours gets different. But engaging, you are in the community. I'm handing them, what do you need? This is when I find out. So as I'm engaging the cars, I'll say, how you doing? We check off their names because it's all, they register. If they're not registered, I register them. And I have one of the community need. I don't know about your community, but Delaware is number 5 in opioid overdose. So it's really one of the things, educating. So that's what you need to know. What's going on in your community, you can help. One of the new things that we are picking up in our community is teaching people, again, most 80% of prescription drugs, people, when they prescribe for surgery, it stays in their home. Really, as Alliance, we could do something about it. So what we're trying to tell communities, please do not leave your prescription. If you no longer need them, dispose of them properly. People flush them down the toilet or throw them in the garbage. Now, environmentally, as Alliance, you should know that's a big no-no. So we have a deterrent bag. We say, if you don't have places you can drop them off, here, you can do this. You can have that because this is a proper thing to tell them. And one of the things that we don't want, and if you have medication, please lock them up. Because anybody, we're talking about anyone in the family can have an issue. You can have construction, anyone who come in who have access to your pill. So educating people. So the means as you're talking to them, this is safely dispose and also protect yourself. Most kids in our zip code alone, and 3 out of 20 middle schoolers have tried prescription drugs. So that is an informing part. So as a Lion, think of ways you can, what is the need in your community? And what can you do to inform and be part of that? So we're informing them, we're engaging them, and we're serving together. And there's a lot of Lions who became Alliance doing this activity with us. It's something to enjoy because you're packing it, you're packing the fruit, you're saying hello to people. So it's a great community event. Another thing on your right side of my screen, again, new way to connect with Lions. So one of the things we want to do is we train the Lions and naloxone, which is when they overdose. So you can train them and helping to prevent overdose. So we use that to train them. Causes that fear. What fear is that? I don't know. Text, Mark, you want to read that?
Well, it says, can you explain more about what causes that fear?
What fear is that?
Basically, John Michael had said he wished that clubs like this were on the West Coast, and new things breed fear out here in his area. And I just said, if it's up to me, or if it is to be, it's up to me. But and then he said, loss of power, loss of control, old guard Lions. Did you have to face any of that in your Lions journey?
Because we are a new Lion. We are 7-year-old. We fly the plane as we're building it. We have no idea what we're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like you see a need and like, let's go get it done, right? We find a means and that's what it is. So that's why when I talk about like the old guard, so some of them, the mentality, that's why I started with possibility. Recognize what you have and what you don't have and create something new. Don't get bogged down with this all, like, believe me, we face in our district, we face some of that. But I said, that's great. Like somebody's keeping up negative, that energy, people has always been down. I'm like, that's wonderful. I'll be over there trying it. If I fail, that's okay. But I'll be over there. You can join me or not. So do not let that somebody hold you back from creating this wonderful, vibrant community that's possible. Could be one of you. Join other clubs. We have a cyber club that do something different than you do. So you don't have to go along with whatever. You don't have to put these Lions down, but you can create your own reality of what you want done. And you cannot fear. Like one of my quote that I love from Nelson Mandela is, you're always winning. I'm always winning or learning. Do not let the fear of I am going to fail. It's okay. You're trying something new. When people say you're going to fail, you're like, that's okay. Could be 2 of you doing it. It matters. Partnership and the stuff matters. So the other partnership is, exactly, you move from the state. Yes, right? Like, I know Daniel's mother, one of the things that she told me is about the rat. A rat cannot see what the eagle sees, right? You have a vision. A lot of people are rats. You have a vision. So you have a choice of walking them what your vision is. And if you have patience to walk them through it, or you say, it's okay, I'm going over there. I'm building something. You can go with me or not, but I'm going there to check out. And that's what you have to do. No matter what, though, it's very important as a lion how we communicate to people, to our members. There are just some people who are stuck in a certain way, and it's okay if that's the way they are. We don't have to demean them. We don't have to say anything about them other than I'm going to move to another, because it's okay if this works for you. It just doesn't work for me. And that's important to acknowledge. And that's why I say check with yourself again, because I think part of the line of Sustainism, the line is if you're in a miserable club, bringing other people to be miserable is no. Find that joy. That's why it's so important to find that joy. Whatever you do, find it. And do partner. Another partner, there's a charity crossing in our community. They do Amazon giveaway. Find in your community. Their Amazons are giving away the products, whatever readers it is. I don't know what. But they're giving, join that community and partner. So I'm there with our Lion Janique. And when she does that, I just join her. Again, it's just in partnership. It's not my event, but I join her in partnership. And that way, you never know what will build up. Maybe they will join us as a lion, or they can partner with us for anything. That don't matter. The idea is I'm doing something enjoyable. I'm partnering, getting the lions out there. Another thing that we do, I don't know if there are some areas that are it's called Peace Walk in our community. Not our community, but it's a town next, but I'm joining to partner with this. We have a a councilman is there. And then we have a teacher, 2 teachers, actually one is a principal. It says Peace and the Vision. So they do a peace walk. So I go and be participating because, again, partnering and doing a connection. I'm a LionQuest advisor, and I'm always looking to go to school to tell people about LionQuest. I don't know how many of you know about LionQuest. I'm very passionate about it. I've been teaching LionQuest for 7 years. It's one of the best programs. So this is a principal and this is a teacher. So I'm developing a relationship with them, and I may get a chance to go, present this to the students or even get a Leo Club out of it. I don't know what's possible again, but it starts with, let me go attend. It's a new event. They see me with my lion vest and connecting and partnering. So again, another assignment for you. Who can you partner in your community? Things that are already existing. How can you maximize your effort? All right, you still with me? Roar. Am I not talking at you? Making sure that you got me. All right, cool. Next. I'm just hoping that it lands what I'm saying. Another great event we did was another lion who worked in a library. So that's the one with different color. So the two, I think, are 2 lions, 2 organizations wanted to partner. One is the Big T. I was told you that they did, he does the coat giveaway. He has a barbershop. So in his barbershop, he wanted to do book giveaway. So he wanted free books to stay in for kids to take the books. The guy who does the lion who works in a library. So I don't know how it worked. He wanted to do a bookshelf for him. So we invited all the Leos, all the lions in our club. This is probably our first year or second year. So we built a shelf, a bookshelf. So we all did that for 1 or 2 hours. So we can be presenting it and having it in different barbershops. So in your community, how are you engaging your youth is the question. Are you engaging them? How can you engage them in a different way? So this was a fun activity. We took a bus and it was an outing for them, go to the library, do something fun. So again, engaging them. Another one to the right is, or to the left, I don't know how you're looking. So we had a Juneteenth event and they needed some lions to help set up. So again, we took the youth, we got all the youth gathered up and said, let's set up the table. This is an event, Juneteenth, and to see a different organization. It's out there and we had fun. We are engaging the youth. This is something you can see there's different people at this event. get to know. Again, this event has a lot people from all walks and come in and talking, different organizations. So it's an opportunity to engage with others, an opportunity for the youth to engage with people. Again, our club is youth is very important part of the things that we do. So it's a protective factor, making sure that they have something to overcome and some challenges. And if they have adults who have positive things going on, then they will have a successful life. So that is something we're passionate about. But again, if you want the future young people, you need a way to connect with them, what matters to them. But if you engage them, all this youth that you see are engaged with us still, because again, we bring them to things, something that's fun. We talk to them and we listen to them. So that happened. Yeah, absolutely. So one of the pandemic picture, now it came. So like I said, during the pandemic, every challenge, right? It was very challenging. So Lion Scott, he says, there is a hotel where there's 131 people that are staying there. They need to be fed. What do you think if our club does that? We're like, sure, let's do it. So for 6 weeks, we engage homeschoolers. Everyone would bring in their food, or some people brought in their food that is already cooked. We went to a church who allowed us the kitchen, and we just did a line and we just put all the food in a container so we can take it there. So we did it for 6 weeks. That was really fun and engaging, and we did something worthwhile. While other members of club who were just, closing down, we were revving up. Nothing was stopping us. Again, because we were a young club, we were like, so we didn't have anybody to tell us this has never been done. We don't do it this way, but we do have other clubs who tell us so. But again, it's okay. You know what they say about opinions? Everybody got them. I say congratulations, and we do our thing. So yeah, that's okay. It's like, that's why your club, your way. I'm like, yeah, it's our way. So that's how we do it. Next. Yeah, partnership, everything partnership. Another one. That's again big T. So where Daniel is. That is our sneaker giveaway. So the guy again, this is his 16 years. So we were out there, and it's such a beautiful. Again, this is for people who are unhoused. That is a proper term instead of saying homeless, because they didn't choose to be homeless. That's why I use the word unhoused. So giving those shoes. So we collect it year round. So we tell people, please, if you have sneakers, you have shoes, because we're giving it directly to the people who are living in the street. So watching that, the families come over. This is the 16 to 17, so people know already. So again, in partnership, we get people love to come in, attend. Actually, this guy, it's our club who comes to support it. Oh, somebody has a question. I don't know how you want to handle that, Mark.
I'm not seeing the question, Hyatt.
Somebody raised their hand.
Oh, I don't see all that.
I don't know. Big
So
T-Bow
put your questions in the chat, and then we'll get it.
Yes. All right. So, okay. Another thing is the Leos, right? In our house, the parade. Washington, D.C. has a parade. And when they have the Memorial Day parade, we engage. This is a fun activity. We take the Leos, we partner with our district, our multiple district, to come and attend. So it is a fun for the Leos to be out there. So that's the one when you see our banner. So we usually take 12 Leos with us and with other lions, and it's a fun day. So it's an outing. Engaging to see others. Again, you're visible as a lion among other people. So again, that's something different, things to do. So talking about if you don't meet, like one of our branch club, it's important. Like if you do not like your club or what's going on, create a branch club. I have a branch club specifically for people who are Muslims, because they have different needs, or they're interested in different things, like taking care of orphans, looking for building wealth and things like that. In other countries, important to them. So that's our branch club there. We are rebranding it again, but that's how we engage them. Again, that's what they need. That's what's important to them. So that's what we focus on. And these are a well that we built, our club built. It just so happened to be, in front of in Ethiopia. These are my niece and nephews. It happened to be in front of our house in Ethiopia. So this well gives people come for miles and miles to use water. So if you think about in Africa, water is something that is really precious. That's something you could see. My nieces and nephews, they help them the pump. So that's something that our club is important. Our branch club is important, and that's something that you do. Again, it's the youth who help them out when they come in. And that's kind of one of some of the other projects you do. So just think of outside the box of like, how do we engage and who do you want to engage is the question, right? Who are you not reaching in your community that you could be engaging with? So questions more than anything that you want to be asking yourself to connect. Next slide. I don't know how many slides I have left. I think we're coming to the end of my slide. All right, cool. So the two parents with a kid. So these are our new members. And one of this is a beginning of the year. We do a backpack giveaway for the beginning of the school. This is a 10-year-old who learned about what we do. See, these two are new lions who joined us. So she did a lemonade stand and bought 16 book bags and filled them with supplies. Now, this is a family who just came in and just got engaged right away. So what are you doing to engage your member? What's your passion? Apparently she loved lemonade. I'm like, you guys doing it? I can help with that. And that's just really beautiful thing for the whole family to participate. Part of our club is, it's not about attending the meeting. If you cannot make, like we have one board business meeting and the rest of them is service. When we meet, we're doing service. We don't meet to meet the meet sex. And our members do not have to be in our meeting all the time. They could be out there doing this and they send us picture and let us know what they're doing. So we do not inconvenience saying, you gotta come, you gotta be there. No, you do your stuff and you share it with us, right? That opens up more be engaged. So that's cool. And one of our new lions, her name is Janique. She's on the far side. She's the one who's wearing the black shirt. She is passionate about the city. Our city is excuse me, has a food desert, right? Lack of food resources. So hunger is part of her project. And what she really wants to do is one in the middle is community fridge. Having a community fridge in every corner for people to leave and put stuff in. So I help support her every Wednesday. I happen to have access to, because I'm out there in a community. Our community center has a fresh food giveaway with a store. So if any of you are not connected to a store who does fresh food giveaway, please do so. So we do that once a month in our community center because there's people in the Trader Joe's, they've seen me. And they said, you know what, Wednesday, nobody's taking it. Would you like to do that? I'm like, sure. And I had no place to take them for 2 years. I took this fresh food. So I didn't have other lions. Most of the lions work. So I would be delivering them in person. I would be looking for other people, different places I'll be dropping them. So I met with Lion Janique. It was perfect. So in front of her sister's house, stay and food, and that community, it changed the whole street. Now everybody's bringing their own stuff. We're doing exchanging, and some people who were sick, and actually they're like, wait a minute, I could do this small thing. Like, is it change their mentality? I can get involved. I can do this. So that's one volunteer who has not become a lion yet, but she's telling me how important this has become for her. And just being part of it, what that meant. So it's creating community and relationship and meeting with that need. So for 2 years now, we've been every Wednesday, we do fresh food giveaway. And when we have extra left, we go and put it in the community fridge. So this community fridge is not ours, it's someone else. We go there, we put it into community fridge. So look and see in your community, is that something that good to do a community fridge? Now, what it takes is one, woodwork to protect it from the elements. Really, people who are good at woodwork, we do that. And you put it in the fridge. So we have non-perishable, you just put it in the shelf, and then the rest you put it there, anybody can use it. So for me, that's been like so much good. We put all food, the food, and like 2 days later, we opened it. It was all empty. It was used, and we're putting like a lot of fresh food in there. So that's our next, one of our newest ideas that I'm really excited about is that. So we're hoping, to get grants and do a fridge, because we want to support her. That is the passion of Lion Janique, and I want to help, and our club will help support her in making that happen. Next slide. Don't know, do I have any more? We are coming to, if you have any question, please, we'll get. All right, so we are coming to the final. So what direction do you want yourself or your club to take? So it's up, again, if it's to be, it's up to you. It's about assessing, where am I going? Am I going somewhere or nowhere? So figure it out. Again, do not let the naysayers or this negative thing linger. Create possibility of what do you want. Oh, fundraising. I am sorry. Fundraising is one of our weakest for our club. We are doers. We're trying to connect with other clubs who have money. We have clubs in our community, they just write checks. We're like, and that is not us. So I'm sorry, we do not do fundraising. We do, one of the fundraising actually we do is we do White Cane. Only get 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. We do it like 2 days. We're out there. But when we do that, I'll tell you, people come out and say, you Lions, I remember when you do, it's a great conversation. All we're doing is we are holding a bucket and we're there. But one of the things I think we should do is most people do not carry cash with them. So to be up and coming, we should do QR code and take Venmo or other. So if you want to, when you're out in the community, you are collecting, have that. So that's what we learned. But one guy gave us $100. Boom. Again, you will see the impact if you're out. So different type of fundraising you do, some just to be seen, and some, I guess, to raise the money that we do. So again, connect with yourself. What I want to leave you with is really, as a Lion, as a person, connect with yourself and find your joy. And then connect with your members. Really believe in phone calls. You can split up how many members you have. Really, phone calls, nothing beats phone calls and texts to check in. Right? That is so important and vital. If you want to retain and grow your members. And then the next is just meet the needs of your community. Again, do a lot of listening. Go out, your homework is create partnership and attend events in your community. You never know what can grow out of that. Lots of beautiful stuff.
Well, Hyatt, that's an amazing experience that you shared with us. I will say my takeaways are: you're always smiling. You're over and over again. You talked about partnerships, but partnerships through and with through the lens of your members. Yes. They get excited about something and you get excited about it. And yep. So to me, what is kind of knowing you a little bit, I think the thing that you find, if you say, well, what's your passion? Your passion is helping others.
Yes.
So and I think Daniel, he put it in with the comment that was made about the we don't want to do that, or when they complain, Daniel said, while they complain, keep serving. While they mistrust change, keep serving. While they focus on the protocol, keep serving.
Yes.
I think he's saying, just keep serving. And one of the things that we do in our club, and maybe others can do it too, we always try to end a project we work on with, what can Lions do for you? Lion Debbie asked that after we did vision screening to elementary school, and the secretary said, well, we have about half our kids that don't have rain boots, and it rains at the beach. And within 3 weeks, we had 105 pairs of rain boots, and people got all excited about it. And I think keeping it fresh and keeping it real to the members, that's one of the takeaways that I have tonight. Yeah. So other questions or comments? Anybody want to share something or ask a question? Now's your chance.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, you gain. So I want to hear, like, what you got from this, and hopefully you got something. Gary, got something? I don't want.
Okay. Well, I would just like to thank you, Hyatt, for one, carving out some time to help us tonight, be with us and share. And that's one of the beauties about these virtual learnings is we're all over North America, and here we are with tapping into your energy. I can't wait to jump out of bed in the morning and do some more service, because every time I'm around you, I get energized. So I think the other thing too is just being able to, if you can dream it, you can do it in Lions. Oh, we had a small lion walk through the camera.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you so much, Hyatt. I just
Thank you.
very grateful for you taking time and sharing with us. And this recording will be up on Lions Virtual, and it's on YouTube. Be sure to share this. If you have someone that missed it, that could benefit from it, give them the link. So with that, I think, Jody, are we going to talk about some upcoming attractions, other learning opportunities we're going to have?
We sure are. I will share some screens for you.
All right. So we've got some opportunities coming up for you. You can go to lionsvirtual.org and get a hold of the AI revolution. There are some apps there that Lion Daniel has made. It's actually, if you want to learn more about them, you can go to the Lions Virtual YouTube channel and watch how he walks you through these. But if you've not experienced with the AI ChatGPT, Daniel has put together 2 amazing apps where you can simply type in, for example, you could copy right out of your service reporting and pop in that Lions Market to Grow, and it'll come up with press releases and a whole bunch of other materials. If you want to start a new club, or you have a new idea for a branch club and you want to know how to do it, you can type in and just talk to it like you're talking to Hyatt, and type that in the Lions Map to Grow, and both those links are on Lions Virtual. So the next one. The next one is, this is going to be a special one too. On November 2nd we're having a lion. Hamish is from New Zealand, and I had the current council chair was in my DG group, and he says Hamish is very, very interesting to listen to, and maybe it's coming back to the question about clubs that are being stuck. Hamish is going to talk about how he helped change and transform their club in New Zealand, and how they're really growing as a result of these new ideas. And so be sure to put that on your calendar, November 2nd at 2 p.m. Central. Next is, what do we got for us, Jody? Oh, Talking Peace, January 4th. That is an ongoing conversation, and so be sure to register for that and to tune in. And you want to catch up, you can go to the YouTube channel and look up the past presentations and get up to speed on that. So another great opportunity to expand your Lions world. And next is, I think, speed learning, isn't it? Oh no, marketing. And this is going to be interesting. We have Stephanie, Lion Stephanie on the call here tonight. She's a big gamification person, and so we're going to talk about that Sunday, January 5th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that is it's another one that Mark Lyon and is going to talk about gamification, and going to have experts on that. So that's a not to miss either. All right, and the next one I think is speed learning, if I remember right. Yeah, so on January 19th, we're going to have speed learning for the first quarter, and we're going to have 4 tremendous quick little snapshots, and Hyatt was part of the last one, and you get a sample of the different sessions. You're not going to learn everything, but you get 4 different sessions. You get to experience it, and then we'll have the dates lined up, and you can, like for example, Hyatt had her 10-minute talk on speed learning back in September. And then here we have a follow-on session. So it's like if you've done wine tasting or tasted chocolates or cheese, this is for your brain. So anyway, Sunday, January 19th at 10 a.m. Central. And I think that's it, if I remember correctly. Do we have anything else, Jody?
That is it.
That is it. So let's give Jody or Hyatt a round of applause, and Jody for making all the stuff behind the scenes. And in the chat box, Jody put all the links to the apps we talked about, as well as the upcoming events. So be sure to get registered for that and share it. Don't hold it to yourself. Get your club together. Get some like-minded people and have a little get together and party, have some fun, and watch that and brainstorm. These events will prime your thinking, and that's what we're trying to do here at Lions Virtual. Give you some resources, give you some encouragement, but really it's about getting you to think. And like Hyatt said, if it's to be, it's up to me. So here's your opportunity to be that spark. Anything, Hyatt, to close us out you want to share?
No, it's just great. I just hold, nobody to hold you back, making your dreams, whatever you want, as a Lion, you as a Lion enough. You don't have to have a title. You don't need your president or your district governor or whatever, any PID, or I don't even know all the acronyms, but you as a Lion, you are enough. You can get things done with other Lions. If it's not in state, you can do globally. We can do virtually, we can connect, you do service. So don't let anybody stop you from finding your joy and doing what makes you happy.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. Go Lions.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Fills the air. Lions Club, we're always there. Projects, plans, and dreams to share. Friends together.